I'm going to make this quick because I have some shopping I need to do, and I just can't be bothered. We suck, so enjoy.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Dungeons and Degenerates. Last time, actually, it was kind of nice. You guys went on a date. We had two of our members. Yeah, two members went on a really wholesome, sweet date. There was no negativity. Everybody got along, was very respectful. I really can't think of any negative thing. You know, it was so mundane and sweet that we might not even air it. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's because we cut it completely. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. Someone died. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot that Andy was intoxicated after Sia got drunk. And you guys went into the street to settle it like men, and they got into a fight. And as soon as Andy drew a sword, Warren knew this wasn't going to end anyway, but in somebody not being able to get up. So when Andy ran towards him, he swung wildly, missed completely with a sword. Andy stepped aside, and when he ran past him, threw one dagger into the center of his skull, piercing the back of his head, dropping him immediately. Which, in my opinion, what happened after that was maybe the greatest bit of role-playing ever on the part of Eris, walking up and checking his pulse. There was a knife in his head, and she thought maybe his heart was okay. He was, in fact, dead. And at that point, both Warren and Eris helped carry poor little super shit-faced Sia back to her room, where she laid down and did her version of a recap at the end in bed, which just ended up with her arguing with Roderick about how to pronounce Andy. And then she passed out in bed. So we were waking up the next morning. You guys have had a long rest. Good job, everybody. You've made it through one more. And the first thing first, Sia, we need a roll. We need a. Let's just do intelligence check.
Oof, I don't think I'm good at that.
No, it's wisdom. Sorry.
Wait, for a hangover?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she's definitely hung up. She still feels like shit.
Yeah, I have a -1 for wisdom.
Oh boy, let's see what that roll is. Let's watch that natural one I warned you about.
Wow, it's a 3.
Wow, so 2.
No, it's 3. It's a final. I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you remember nothing. You remember everyone got together at the front of the stairs. A box kept calling you a lesbian. And then you remember arriving at a beautiful place, and then waking up in bed. Everything from it's basically you opened the doors. The doors swung open, and you don't remember what it looked like. It opened, and you woke up in bed. That's the series of events you remember.
I'm gonna feel around. Does my pussy hurt? Does it feel like I was raped?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
16.
You feel around. You are a little sore, and Roderick has a big smile on his face. No. You're,
Oi!
no, you slept fine. You wake up not in your bed though. You were 100% in Eris's bed on the bottom bunk, tucked into your weird frilly blankets. But at this point, we'll probably say everyone else is already at breakfast, and they let you sleep because you were very drunk. So what would you like to do to start your day? You've woken up?
I guess I'm gonna go to the cafeteria.
Okay, roll me a quick perception check on your way out.
11.
Okay, it's not hard to see, thankfully. On your way out, on one of the chest drawers, is a book. It is a book that you've never seen before, and the title is Sir Orderell's Dive into the Whispering Wilds.
Can I open it to see if it's written from anybody?
You open it up to see the first page, and it says the author, which I don't have a name, so fuck you for making me flounder like this.
Ricky Martin.
No. Alanis Corvée. Alanis Corvée was the writer. And under the author's name, there are 2 signatures. One being the author themselves, and the second being Sir Orderell. It is a signed copy of this book by Sir Orderell himself.
Oh my god, wow. I'm gonna take it with me as I walk to the cafeteria.
Okay, you're now clutching the book close to your bosom and your heart. Um, just for those at home, she got some tiggle bitties.
I don't think so.
No, I don't know. I don't have a clue.
I don't think so, no.
It's just so everyone knows, in my mind, unless specifically said otherwise, everyone has a double D. Just doesn't matter. They can be a halfling.
Sure?
They can be a halfling with double D tits. If they have boobs, they're huge. And they're not like huge like in reality, because that's stupid. They're like well formed, bouncy all the time. One step and they're just bouncing, slapping her in the face.
Got some anime titties going on.
And you got some anime titties.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
You put a fresh shirt on, and the shirt just kind of molds to them. It makes no sense. I don't know who's making these booby shirts, but everyone in my world has one. And since I'm
Nice.
God, it's a fact. So congratulations to Tico Bitties.
Thanks.
Eris is the one with small titties because it's funny. Only female in the entire game, small tits. Anyway, you're carrying your book to the cafeteria where you can already see everyone else is sitting down and eating breakfast, and they're all kind of like having a good time. Warren catches your glance as you look by, and he looks kind of nervous about seeing you. But he is actually sitting with the red mantle. He's over there with you guys.
Oh, I'm gonna go sit down.
Yeah, he wanted to sit with you guys this morning. It's been pretty nice. A few moments later, after you sit down, Randy comes up to the table and goes, excuse me, everyone. I need to borrow Curie.
Oui?
There's, I don't know how to explain it. There's something making lots of noise in your laboratory.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, please follow me.
Oui. Do I have my
Yeah.
crossbow?
You can probably grab it on the way back, or on the way to it, because you can stop by your room.
Yeah, I'll
You
do that.
need help?
Randy, is it big enough for two people?
I didn't see it. It's just there's something down there scurrying through boxes.
Oui, I should be fine, Roderick. I'll send Randy if I need help.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good.
So you two start to walk that way. Let's have a quick conversation. Anyone want to say anything here at the table in this fine
Uh,
morning?
I'm gonna sit down with my book. So I woke up and I saw this book. Whose book is this?
I don't
Roderick,
know.
you would know. You were there for Curie taking out of the bag of gifts meant for Sia.
The gifts that Andy gave to you that you told Kiri to put in your room, that was in the bag. So
So you mean that Andy got this for me?
aye.
Warren keeps
Oh.
giving Eris a kind of concerned look. He's just looking like, oh fuck.
Wow, no,
Yeah.
that's really nice. I don't really remember much of last night. I can only imagine that I was mean to him. I should just go thank him
No,
today.
anything, he was kind of mean to you.
Yeah, you guys got in a fight,
Really?
and you told him you didn't want to see him anymore. And
Oh.
he kind of was like, "Hey, I respect that." And he said he was moving.
Really?
Yeah, he moved. Yeah, he packed up last night. He left. He moved.
Yeah, he said
Aye.
he got moved
Did
to a
this-
different
Oh.
city.
Yeah, he was really fighting that promotion until you two broke up, and he was like, "I have nothing keeping me here," so he
But
went.
we really weren't dating.
Oh, well, you said that, and it really hurt him,
Oh.
so he moved.
Mm.
Everything last night.
I guess just drunk you was really getting to him.
I
So,
feel like such a fucking bitch.
to be fair, he
I
was a
think I-
colossal asshole too.
Yeah, he's being pretty mean.
I think I should
probably
find
did.
him. I should thank
He's
him.
moved. He's
apologize.
moved. He's moved. He's in an undescribed, undisclosed location. He moved.
Yeah, whenever we left, he said he already had his stuff packed and that he was gonna get on a airship.
Yeah. He wasn't interested at all anymore. He
Oh,
he respected your opinion, but he also called you a fat cow, and he left. So you shouldn't talk to him.
Yeah, he seemed pretty hurt.
Yeah.
yeah. I think I'm just gonna go back to the room for a bit.
Yeah, that's cool. Remember, he called you a fat cow. Don't look for him. It's
I'm gonna
really
like
personal.
kind of kick at his.
Okay.
He jerks. He's like, yeah, no. But overall was respectful. Like he's kind of confused why you kicked him. He's not good at this part of it.
So you said he was rude, and now he's.
Well, he was.
He was hurt that you had, after all the gifts, he just thought like y'all had something, and then whenever you finally got drunk, and then he was like, "Oh, I guess your true feelings like come out when you're drunk." He went on this whole speech. It was a lot.
And he said that he gave you that book, so
I'm
now
okay
you
with
had to
staying
fuck
in.
him.
Oh.
And
Yeah, it was really
no,
not cool. So he told me he needed to leave, so he packed up and moved.
yeah.
Wait. So you
Well,
just
he
said
was
before
moving
that
before.
he was moving because of a promotion he was fighting, and then you told him to leave, so then he moved.
Yeah,
No,
well,
we told him to leave us, and then as he was getting on his overly muscular horse,
Can I check that?
he
yeah. Go ahead and roll an insight check for the entire thing, the entire conversation. Warren's not good at lying.
that's why I keep kicking him.
Yeah, but he thinks you want him to tell us. So he's like,
Oh,
"Oh, he wasn't an
no.
asshole. He was nice." Is that you want me to change the
Oh,
story?
I get
I'm just giving him like a look, like shh, be
I get a
quiet.
10. So.
Oh,
doesn't
yeah, no,
fucking
it seems
matter.
pretty legitimate.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so confusing.
You're also
but,
very
I mean,
hungover, so your head hurts so much that you're just
Wow.
like half listening.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess it's since you were drunk, he like finally got the hint. I don't know. I honestly thought you guys were like going really well, but then I guess a few drinks and like
That's the
all of
first time I've seen him, really. Other than the first time when he said that we should definitely fuck.
yeah. I honestly I don't like him for you. Like maybe it's a good thing that he left.
Yeah, no, definitely. I didn't want to really see him anyway. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it works out. I mean,
It's okay. I'm gonna put my
yeah.
hand on her hand and be like, it's okay. There's
Hmm.
someone out there for everyone. And
Yeah, I don't like this.
just
Touch
forget about him.
me. Mm-hmm. He is forgotten about.
Yeah.
Warren's just gonna get up and leave. I just leave.
Oh.
Doesn't say a word. He just gets up. He's like, I need seconds. Just leaves.
Well, so since I don't remember last night, how did you guys like go off for you
Well,
guys?
it was going good, and then you got drunk, and then the whole
Hmm.
thing happened, and so me and Warren had to like take you back to the academy because you were really drunk, and so I mean it was good. We talked while we walked you back. It was nice.
Nice. Yeah, he seems like a really nice, you know?
Yeah, really sticks up for people, you know.
Like honorable.
Yeah.
Nice.
The trail off at the end of. Okay, anything else?
I want to find Billy.
Who the fuck is Billy?
Who's
the
Billy?
Bard.
Oh, Billy.
Billy the Bard.
I was like, who the fuck is Billy? All right, you get up and go
Our
find Billy.
mascot for the academy is Goat.
I didn't know who the fuck Bill. I forgot all about fucking Billy the Bard. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
we were gonna be friends.
I
and
forgot
then,
about that, and then you ditched him, and you never came back. Yeah, I
Well,
forgot completely.
I got a mission. He
yeah.
said he understood.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot who the fuck Billy was. Yeah, so no, Billy is in the cafeteria as well. It's pretty optimal hour, so we'll cut real quick to Curie. You're just now getting to the bottom of the stairs, and you do in fact hear something rummaging around.
Hello?
I don't believe it talks. He says panting because he's really not meant for these stairs.
Stay here, Andy.
Oh, thank God. And, you start to head downstairs, and roll me a perception check.
22?
You can look around, and you can see that the junk pile that still exists because you're still in the process of cleaning the entire room. Things have definitely been knocked over. Boxes have been broken. And looking over your workstation, it's been tipped over the table, and a few of the shelves have been moved. Like the standing shelves, not the ones on the wall, like the cabinets. But it looks like just things have been moved suddenly. Like some things are just kind of like shoved out of the way and moved.
I will have my crossbow ready.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Look around the corner to see if I see what's making the noise.
Okay. You look around and you don't see anything initially. You're just kind of like poking around, and then you hear something from within the pile of garbage, like rustling around.
I want to cast Thermatargy to make my voice 3 times louder.
Okay.
I'm going to say, "Come out now."
So it's kind of hard to tell because it's just this weird kind of like clicking clockwork machine. But slowly but surely, this this big cat creature, this mechanical clockwork cat creature, comes crawling out of the boxes slowly and looks at you. And it has this burlap sack all around it. Go ahead and roll me a history check with advantage.
24.
You look at this and about the same size and everything like this, and you know that you've only brought one burlap sack down here, or somebody brought one down here, and it was the cargo from the pirate ship. There was a big bag that was found in a chest that you guys lugged out of there and brought back.
Hello? I'm gonna get on, like kneel down in front of it.
Okay, and it starts to like slowly come down. You can see its shoulder blades, these mechanical gears, are up higher as if it's in a pounce position as it slowly comes around the corner towards you.
I'm going to hold out my hand, like not like kind of passively,
Mm-hmm.
like submissively.
You see it's looking at you, and it has these big yellow eyes that are like glowing like flashlights. That these
Mhm.
cylinders spin and focus, so then now they're like they go from large yellow eyes to beady little eyes, really focusing in on you, and it starts to come closer and closer, like right up until it's at your hand, and then it just rolls over onto its back, giving up its little robot belly.
I want to pet its belly.
It's very cold, and there are sharp bits to it. It's not very comfortable to pet, but it seems to enjoy it.
I will continue to pet it.
Yeah, you do it for a while. You're just like rubbing its belly, and it kind of just squirms in place. And Randy peeks his head down and goes, "Oh dear God," and just starts to like waddle back upstairs.
And what is your name? What should we call you? Hey,
What?
we will call you Duncan. That's a good name for you.
It opens its mouth, and just this whirring sound comes from its mouth. Just,
Is that your name?
ah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call you Duncan.
Okay. Duncan pops up, and he has a tail, but a straight line coming out of his back, like out of his butt. It's a straight line that has no bends in it besides the connecting point to the rest of his body. So when it swipes, it just goes back. The whole thing's just a straight line swinging back and forth. It's almost like a club.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's nothing cute about that tail. It looks like it could break a child's face.
We might need it to break a child's face.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay.
come with me, Duncan.
The weird cat-like animatronic creature happily follows you up the stairs, and as you're walking down the halls, where are you going with this thing?
Back to the room.
People are seeing it, they're like, "Oh fuck," and they like close their door. It's just a weird cat creature walking in the hall. Everyone who sees it jumps and tries to hide around a corner immediately. It's very strange.
We, Duncan, we can go get Dave. He would love you.
So you go into the bedroom, and immediately you hear Dave, "Hello."
Dave.
Yes.
I need your I need your help. I might have found your new home.
Absolutely.
Or we'll take Dave and go back down to the workshop.
Okay, I like adventures. All right, so what's the plan?
So I want to try to mount Dave onto Duncan.
How are you
Oh.
going to do that?
Oh my.
You know what? Let's cut back. Let's cut back. We'll let we'll let Eris and Billy talk for a minute while you think of a proper way to mount a box onto a giant robot cat.
Oh my.
Starts welding, kills people.
So you start walking around, and it doesn't take very long for you to find Billy. He's in the cafeteria. He always sits alone. There's nobody ever around him, and he's just sitting there. Just, oh yes, hello.
Hey, Billy.
Oh, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great.
Wonderful.
So, how's your day going?
Oh, it just started, but I think it's gonna be good.
Oh, really? Nice, nice. So, sorry I had to leave the other day. I
Oh,
know
sweetheart,
it
it's
was
fine. Don't worry about
quite
it.
sudden. Yeah. So, what do you like to do?
Well, people mostly.
You like to do people?
Yes. I don't need.
In what?
Do I need to spell it out? How old are you?
No. No, you don't need
Okay.
to spell Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
that's cool. So why do you sit alone all the time? Like,
I'm just not a fan of people.
oh yeah, no, I get it.
Especially the ones I have to see in close proximity. If I meet someone for an
Mm,
hour or two, oh, that could be fun, but knowing people is such a bore.
yeah, yeah, same.
Hmm.
So are you on a team?
No, I work alone.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. You fought alone and it was kind of cool. I probably should put that together.
Yes. So, what are you doing?
Right now?
Yeah, why? What are you doing?
I just want to be friends.
Oh,
Yeah,
why?
'cause I think you're cool.
Well, I mean, besides the obvious answer, what is this?
Oh no, I just want to be friendly and
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like we're kind of the same.
Oh, how so?
Just, you know, we're the way we are.
Hmm. Are you saying because you're a sassy bitch and I'm a sassy gay bitch that we should be friends?
Yeah, we really would enjoy each other's company.
Girl, sit down. Uh, you guys sit down. We're gonna expedite it a little bit because something's gonna happen here
Yeah.
soon. You actually have a pretty decent conversation. It turns into a lot of gossiping.
Oh yeah, I
It
love
turns.
this.
It's like the stereotypical bullshit.
And what I whispered was like we're meant for each other.
Fair. It seems like you might be. Yeah. No. You guys are just kind of like talking about the normal bullshit about what other teams are out here. Nothing legitimate in any way, but you know, it's just kind of one of those things. It's
Mhm.
just normal gossipy bullshit. Um, anything from Sia last minute?
Probably not. Probably
Okay,
just reading the book.
okay. So about that time, Alton walks in. He goes, Red Mantle, I need you guys in your room. Let's go. Up, Crimson Phoenix. God damn it.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I have to cut this short, Billy.
Oh, that's okay,
It was
girl.
great. Oh, thank you. Okay,
I didn't
see
say anything that would
ya.
justify a thank you,
Bye.
but okay.
I know, I fucking.
So you guys start to follow Alton back to your room. All right, so we need a plan from Curie.
Wait. Do I have any metal? Like, I want to try to put like a metal collar that has like a little holster on it to put the box.
There's definitely
Maybe
nothing
that's
like that
missing-
just lying around.
Okay, well, that's my plan. That's what I plan to do with it.
Just give me a Tinkerer's Tools check. Just give me a check.
Natural 20 plus 8, 28.
So, fuck me. So upon looking around the room, you kind of like moving stuff around, and you're like, oh, maybe this hotel also allowed pets, because here's like a collar. So, what if I strap the collar to the cat, put like a metal platform on its back using the collar to weigh it down so it's stuck to its back, and then just like, I don't know, glue him on somehow? And through just kind of shitballing it, you make a little platform for Dave's... Why is with you in D names? For Dave's box to fit on this thing, and you press it down so it's kind of glued onto it, and it seems stable enough. God damn it. Yeah,
Dave,
it funk. Yes.
would you like to go on adventures with us now? You can ride Duncan.
I'm quite afraid, honestly.
It'll be fine.
Oh,
I promise.
if you say so, I guess we can go fight some people.
Wait, let's go show the gang.
Perfect. So about this time, you guys make it upstairs, and Alton's like walking the hall. He's like, "There you are! All right, hurry up, let's go. We got you guys another what the fuck is that?
Hey, this is Duncan.
I don't have time. Just get the fuck in the room."
Wait,
From the cat, you just hear, "Yes, in the room we go." What the fuck? I don't care.
Right.
All right,
Sure.
so you've all been collected again. You were in Alton's room. Entering now with Curie, for the first time any of you have seen this, is about a waist-high mechanical cat, this weird geared... It looks kind of like a big feline, but it's not. It doesn't have a whole lot of definition to it. It now has a little metal platform on its back where Dave has been essentially glued on top of it, so he can come on adventures with you guys now. It's very weird, and it doesn't make much sense, but goddamn natural 20. So I just can't argue with garbage rolls. So you guys are all assembled back in your room, and Alton's at the door. He's like, "All right, everybody. So we have another mission. Are you guys ready?"
Aye, let's get to it.
All right, we're fucking ready. You guys are going to the town of Rose Lake. All right, sounds beautiful. It's kind of a shithole, in all honesty. It was abandoned about 50 years ago, believed to be haunted, and now people are kind of coming back, realizing it's not haunted. They were just stupid. But it's really a nice place, kind of small, little rundown. It's a one-horse town, to say the least. And you guys are going there because apparently they're having goblin issues. There's a cave about a mile north of there, and they're having some issues with the guys, and they just want it resolved any way possible.
Wait, I am ready. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, so let's get to killing.
All right, you guys need to load up and go ahead and hop on the airship. It'll be out front waiting for you.
Okay.
Awesome. Hey, by the way,
Alright.
did Hercules happen to get on the flight?
Yeah, he said she cried a lot, saying she was upset you weren't there, and she missed her only friend in the whole world.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel really bad.
You probably should. You had the choice to go, and you chose not to. Instead, you got drunk.
Does he know that? How do you know that?
I do bed checks. You vomited.
Oh.
I cleaned it up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What, you
I'm
think an
so
alcoholic doesn't vomit? I clean up. I'm not your maid, people. You know, it's not the matter. Get to the fucking airship.
Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
You guys walk out front, and your little mini airship is there, of course, again, with its 10 individual seats. So, I have a question for Curie. How the fuck are you going to mount this, this cat to this? I'm not saying you can't, because apparently you can put a fucking speaker on it, but I need to know how you plan on getting this cat to stay, because it is too large and awkwardly shaped to sit in any of the seats. and there aren't
Very
there
cool.
isn't like a platform for it.
Can you not just sprawl out over over a couple seats?
No, because there are individual like walls in between each seats, like almost privacy walls.
Rope? I will tie him to a seat.
Oh no.
You could tie him to. There's nothing to tie him to the seat, but you could tie him basically to like the ship itself, and he'd just dangle below it.
Sure.
Okay. How much of your you have rope, right?
Wait.
Okay. How much of your rope are you going to use on this? Like, how much slack will you use out of the 50 feet?
25 feet, I guess.
Okay, 25 feet. That sounds like enough. So you take the 25 feet, snap it in half. I guess just give me a sleight of hands check around him and the ship to see how well you tie it. Everyone else has already taken their seats, and you're tying a rope around a cat.
Can anyone else help me tie this rope?
I'll help you out.
Okay, I got the natural one.
So you've tied the rope around the cat, and you look at it and realize it's not tied. You've just draped it around it a few times. You're like, that won't work. So Roger, you hop out of your seat and walk over. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can give this cat a better job.
Fury or Roderick?
Roderick.
13.
Okay, you get it around there. It's tied, and you need to tie it to the ship. So roll me one more.
All right. I got an 11.
Yeah, you tie it on there, and you pull on it, and you give it a few tugs, and it seems secure enough. Okay, so everyone in their seats, right? You all ready to go?
Well, I'll sit next to where the mechanical feline, whatever I did.
Well, it's tied. You have to tie it kind of the bottom of the platform. There are hooks there for cargo and stuff like that. So it's tied below you guys. It's gonna drape below you, probably about 30 feet.
Oh.
So there's no real near it. You can sit above it, but you couldn't even reach the rope once you're in air.
Okay, good luck, cat.
It just and then Dave on its back goes, I don't know if this is a good plan. But so everyone in their seats? Any last minute things?
No.
Okay. No. No. Everybody know?
Nope.
No.
Okay. So you guys load up on your ship, and it slowly starts to inflate, because once again, this airship is basically a platform on top of an air bubble, like an air pocket, with 10 seats on it, and that's about it. I mean, it lifts up, it has a small propeller that is just meant to carry small groups like yourselves, kind of short distances. It's not meant to go very far. And you know that this is even further southeast than Velamore, so you'll actually cruise over Velamore. So slowly the ship begins to inflate its air bladder. A bladder? Yeah, it's an air bladder. Yeah, I think that would be the appropriate thing to call it. It inflates beneath you, and it slowly starts to lift, and slowly you rise 10 feet, 20 feet, 25 feet, and you feel the ship kind of stutter for a second as it hits 25 feet, and then starts to go back up, and you can look down, and the cat is still there. It is holding for now. So the ship raises higher and higher, and again, it gets to about 1,000 feet off the ground, and it starts to slowly go a pretty familiar way towards Velamore. And after about an hour of travel, you can actually see Velamore. And Velamore looks kind of nice. Like before, it was just farmland and things like this. You can see there are a few people. Like it was almost a ghost town before. And now you can see there are a lot more people walking the streets, and you can see the very bare bones beginnings of new buildings being constructed. So it looks like they're kind of prospering from their new deal with the witch. You continue traveling. It's probably another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours beyond that. You guys are over this dense forest. I mean, it is kind of a shit show. You cannot see the forest floor at all, and it just gets crazier and crazier, and the trees get larger. Completely cutting off the section from Greenmoor almost entirely. I need everybody to roll me a perception check.
5.
4.
5, 4. What was that, Dylan?
9.
9. 5, for
I
now.
got an 11.
It's beautiful out. There's not a cloud in the sky. You guys are having a nice cruise. It's going
Awesome.
really well.
Can we?
I will
no,
need.
I don't like that.
I will need a second one from all of you as well for something else that is happening.
All right.
9.
14.
Another
17.
17.
8.
Oh my fucking god. 17 makes it, thankfully. So you're looking around and you're kind of realizing where you are geographically. Should be pretty close to the witch's house. And you look down, and what was a clearing, these trees have kind of arched upward into almost a dome, where they seem to connect towards the center. And there's a small beam of light that can go in that looks directly on top of the witch's home. But the trees have built up at angles to kind of block off and make it a wall almost.
Huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you guys see that at the witch's house? It's a little bit different.
Wait.
Maybe she's figuring out the box. Oh yeah, can we say I'm using comprehend languages to try and figure out the book since it's going to be a long
Yeah.
ride?
I assumed most of the time when you're just doing nothing, you probably have that book in hand. I'm keeping track of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because at this point, it's just passively time-based thing. It's just gonna take some time. I'm keeping track though for you, buddy.
Okay,
Even times that you're not saying it, I'm keeping up with how much progress you're making. It's still hard. You're figuring out, like, you almost posited like these symbols mean these letters, and that's helping you guess what this word is. So you're like, this is the word the. Well, maybe it's this, and you're kind of going back and forth to confirm that's what it is, but you're learning. It's just slow process. But after about 3.5, 4 hours of being on this thing, it slowly starts to lower, and as it does, this village comes into view. Now, this village consists of one large stone tower in the center, and then smaller buildings kind of scattered throughout it. Most of them are thatch and hay roofs with just wooden walls. They're very bland and plain. Now, they have no farmland. Like Velamore, they look kind of similar, but Velamore was surrounded by farmland and crops and things like that. This doesn't appear to have anything to offer anyone. It's just a small little collection of homes. And you see several homes that are just cinders and remains of what probably used to lie there in a much larger city of Rose Lake. And oddly enough, there's no fucking lake. There's no water near here. It's just called Rose Lake. Doesn't make sense.
That's just an awkward name.
It's a nice name that they thought would attract people. It didn't. Nobody gives a shit. But slowly you start to lower and lower, and you finally touch down gently as the air bladder kind of deflates towards its normal resting place, and you guys are able to get off.
Finally.
I will. Sorry. I will untie Duncan.
You would untie Duncan, except for at some point, it came loose, and he's just not there.
Wow.
He just doesn't seem to be there. So you don't know. Somewhere between here and Greenmoor, the rope around the thing, because it's not like there's just a dangling rope. The rope came disconnected from the airship and just and was gone.
Oh.
So somewhere between here and there, might be the remains of a cat. Anyway, you guys land.
Dave is gone.
Dave and the cat are currently MIA. You have no way of knowing exactly what's happened to them. But you know they fell about 1,000 feet.
Oh my fucking gosh.
It's probably not good. But yeah, so you guys land, and there's no one here to greet you. Unlike Velamore, the mayor was standing there waiting for you, like excited that you were arriving to help out the city or help out the town. Nobody acknowledges you whatsoever. There are people walking around. Collectively, this town probably has 30 people to it. It's very small. What would you guys like to do?
Someone, like maybe like where a mayor might be.
Again, all the buildings look almost identical, except there is one tower in the very center that is a like stone tower.
Let's go check out the stone tower.
We.
Okay.
So you guys walk towards the tower, and people are like noticing you, but they don't really engage with you in any way. Like they just kind of like walk about their day, like, oh look, there's a person. Everyone, roll me a perception check.
6.
15.
15.
19.
19, 18, 15. Is that what the ones I heard?
Yep,
No.
15.
See, I got
2
18.
15s.
2 15s. Okay, so only Curie sees this. So as you're walking along, for a moment you remember an offhanded joke Alton made about a one-horse town. Near the tower, in fact, is one horse. Strangely enough, wearing a bow tie.
Hmm.
Just a horse. It's eating grass. Just chilling near the tower. Wearing a bow tie. It's a weird town.
The strangest thing I've seen today.
True. There's a lot of weird shit happening here recently. But you guys make it past the weird horse to the tower, and it's just a wooden door. There's no lock on it. It's just a doorknob you can twist.
Knock on the door.
Yeah.
Hello, we are here from
Come
the
in.
academy.
Don't yell through the door. That's weird. Just
Oh, thank you.
okay. Yeah. Hi. And behind the counter is just this little halfling guy. He's just chilling behind this desk, and there's probably about 5 other people here at different desks, and it looks like they're just like writing something up. Can we help you?
We are here from the academy.
The what?
The academy from Greenmore.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Why are you
We're
here?
here to take care of goblins.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
Oh, the mayor. The mayor must have sent for you guys. Oh my god. Yeah, you want to talk to the mayor then. He's just outside. If you go right outside the door and turn right, he's right there.
Wait, thank you.
Aye.
You walk outside and you turn to the right, and there is a horse with a bow tie.
Wait, so they're...
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, and it rears up and it looks at you and goes, "Oh, you must be the adventurers!" And he starts trotting over towards you.
Never mind. This is the weirdest thing I've seen today.
Is it... I'm gonna need a drink.
Oh, we have the greatest ale here! Oh! And he trots right up to you guys. He goes, "You guys must be the Red Mantle!" And he's just kind of like shaking back and forth. Again, he has a bow tie on. Very fancy.
Aye.
We're here for the goblins?
Yes, excellent. We had a problem with them for quite a while now.
Where are they? Like, do you know which direction?
Yes, if you head west towards the water, they live in a cave just there.
All right. We'll go take care of this.
Excellent. We have plenty of money for you once you get back.
Thank you.
And he trots back to where he was,
Okay.
puts his head down, and starts eating grass again.
So weird.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's go take care of this and
Yes.
go home.
Aye. Let's go. No. I shouldn't have left the fucking mountains.
There's a talking horse that is mayor wearing a bow tie. You guys start walking that way, and you're heading towards the west. You're heading towards the west, and after probably about 45 minutes, you guys come across this massive. I mean, it's a small hill, but there is a large cave opening, and just beyond the cave opening, you can actually see the cresting of the waves hitting the rocks coming in. And you would vaguely remember this. All of you probably would vaguely remember this as being along the main passage in and out of Greenmoor. It's just a ways down there before you hit like open water. So yeah, you guys are at this big cave entrance. There seems to be nothing at the front of the cave. You've had a pretty relaxing walk, actually. What do you guys want to do?
Go kill some goblins.
Well, of course, but we probably should scout the inside of it. just to make sure that we don't get over our heads.
We see ya.
Go
You
for
are
it.
fast at stealth.
I guess I will try to sneak in.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
That is is that a 4? Yeah, it's a 22.
Oh,
22
Jesus,
total.
that's way better.
It's a 14.
I heard a
If it was like
4 and I
4 or
panicked
5.
thinking you were dead.
No.
Yeah, you're kind of like limbering up, you can stretching, and you're like putting your hand over your head and stretching all around. You're like, yeah, I got this. And you just start to walk in casually, and then you start to get lower and lower until you're like crouch walking towards the cave entrance. It's really dark in here because right now the sun is kind of against it, so it's eclipsing all inside. It's really bright in front of it, and then immediately hits a black wall almost. So you have to get pretty close before you realize that you can start to see inside, and the cave travels for a while at a downward angle. It's pretty lengthy here.
I like it.
Yeah, it's go ahead and roll me a perception check.
6.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful out. It's a nice fucking day. That cave's creepy as shit, but it's a nice day.
Wow. Beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, so you can see quite a ways in here, and then you can see that it starts to curve about 40 feet in.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back out real quick.
Okay.
So guys, it kind of dips down.
Like you would slide down.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, I don't. What if something happens and I'm down there alone? Anybody else stealthy?
I'm
not.
not.
I can follow in behind you.
Are you stealthy?
Not particularly.
He's probably the number 2 stealthiest person, though. Just for
Okay.
clarification, everyone here is capable of stealth. I don't know if anyone has a negative in it.
I have disadvantage.
But he has disadvantage. He's wearing that spiked armor that clanks, so he has disadvantage on all stealth checks.
Okay.
So he's definitely not your stealthy one.
All right. Well, I guess I would feel more comfortable if you went with me, just in case I fell into the abyss.
I will follow your lead.
All right. So I will go back into the cave stealthily.
Okay.
Will I get
Do what?
will I get advantage since I'm following her?
Do you have dark vision? You do, right?
Oui.
Yeah, so you can see her pretty clearly. So yeah, roll with advantage.
19, 21.
Oh yeah, no, you're feeling pretty stealthy. Watching her, you're watching and you're like stepping on twigs before you get to the cave. But once you get to the cave, there's a lot less you have to worry about. Just loose rocks that are pretty easy to see. So yeah, you do a pretty good job of following her to the cave. With Sia's guidance, you go down and you can see that it is slanted down. It's not enough to slide down. You have to watch your footing because there are loose rocks here that, if stepped on wrong, will just give and you'll roll down the rest of the way. But you're able to go down, and it starts to bend kind of towards the south as it continues down deeper and deeper. You go for about 300 feet, and both of you roll me a perception check.
23.
23.
12.
So you don't hear this, but I'm assuming after he brings it up, you probably can. And you hear the chattering of something deeper down. It's starting to get louder, like you're coming up on something. You can hear this really faint, just kind of like muttering to themselves. It sounds like there's a few of them down there.
Should we keep going?
We need to see how many there are.
All right.
Okay, you guys continue down. No required stealth checks. You guys are still pretty fucking stealthy. You go down for probably another 25 feet as it kind of curves to the right, heading more west now. And you can tell at this point, you've been walking so long, you're undeniably underwater. Like, this cave is under a large body of water, and it still has a lot to go. But as you round this corner, you can see the glowing of light. You can see that there are fires up ahead. And just a little beyond that, you see dozens of goblins in little clothes, and they're communicating, and they have little shacks built down here. And you can see one of the first things you see, what looks like maybe a merchant's table. Like one of the first things, he's clearly selling things. It's a little underground community.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Do we see a chieftain?
It still continues well beyond. So when you turn right, the room kind of bellows into a larger room. It's less of a tunnel and more of just like a big open cave. But it goes well beyond what you can see. But there looks like there's quite a bit down here. Like this is in fact a town, like an underground town of goblins.
Let's head back to the
All
others.
Okay. You make it up back without any problems whatsoever. You get back to the surface, and there are your two compatriots kind of hanging out by the cave mouth.
So, spiky armor, huh?
I
So, guys, they have.
They had sat there silently, I imagine, the entire walk, and then 5 minutes before you got back there, the 5 seconds before you got back there, like, spiky armor, huh? Like, that was the most awkward silence ever.
are you
I
trying
couldn't
to
think
make
of
a point
anything
there?
to talk about.
Wow.
Oh, that is
Hold on.
so bad.
Hold on. That is a 16 plus 50. Because as you're standing there making horrible puns in a clear, beautiful sky, a bolt of lightning comes down, hitting you in the tip of your head, and blows both of your feet completely off. You're dead. There's no coming back from that. You're dead as shit. That is what you
All
deserve. Hope you have a backup character, bitch. No.
Wow.
Oh my god, I need a drink. So at this time, you're walking up to their awkward conversations that don't go anywhere.
So, they got a cute little town going on there.
How many?
How many towns or people? I'm confused by the question.
People.
Wait, there's dozens of them down there.
From the little bit you saw, it's already twice the size of Rose Lake.
They outnumber this town by a lot.
Well, what are we gonna do?
I mean, why don't we propose, to have them be allies of anything? I mean, we're basically would be trying to kill off a whole community, which I don't think we would stand a chance, to be quite honest.
What if we just like collapse the cave opening?
That's awful. It's like a town. Like, what if they have families and stuff?
You're right.
Like, what's
That might
wrong with
be
you, psychopath?
Like, aren't goblins supposed to be like bad? Like,
Racist.
I've never met one, but like I've heard stories.
And we also thought the witch was bad. And
Uncle Dion.
Uncle Daddy, but yes.
Uncle Daddy, yes.
Uncle DM.
Uncle DM. I like Uncle DM more, I think.
All right. So when I was in the mountains, did I ever talk with any of the goblins?
You would absolutely have had experience with goblins, both positive and negatives. They are a little more scummy on average. It does not necessarily mean all inherently evil. They are
Right.
Almost all of them are willing to do less than reputable things to get by, but they're not inherently evil. It's not like all goblins are just out to kill kids. Like they're
Okay.
It's like everything else. They are hit or miss, but even the best of them are usually kind of shitty.
Right. Okay. Well, if memory serves me correctly, and it normally does,
He vomits because he's drunk.
God, I've had I've had conversations when I was in the mountains, and they're not all bad. They do have a bad reputation, and the way they act, it gives you good reason to have bad. They have the bad reputation, but they're not all evil. So I think if we actually go down and talk with them, I think it'd be fine.
But what if they like take us or something? Like,
And we fucking chop their heads off.
More of Eris's weird rape fantasies. God, I'm getting sick of these.
I'm like,
We've had to cut so many of them. For anyone who's watching this, just so you know, we've cut hours upon hours of weird Eris rape fantasies. It's weird, man.
God.
Hey, Kim, you leave this part in. Cut the part of me saying it's a lie, but leave the part that sounds legitimate.
Okay. Thank you.
So what's the plan, guys? So you know there are already they outnumber the town of Rose Lake immediately. But the first thing you saw was maybe a merchant's table, so maybe they are civilized. What do you guys want to? Guns blazing? Give up? You
What if
can't
we
just go home.
Like, what if we just made like a bunch of noise and had them come to us? Because I don't want to go
They-
down there.
Alright, fine. I'm just gonna walk up to the cave and
Um,
Hello!
Oh my
So
god,
Um,
we didn't even agree, but okay.
no, it happens. You don't hear anything.
I'm here to make a trade.
I need a perception check from all of you.
13.
14.
13.
God damn it. Continue on.
I'm here to make a trade. I just want to talk, if that's possible.
There's no way they're not hearing any of this, like, right?
And about this time, from behind you, because you're all looking at the cave, expecting something to come out of there, from behind, you see about 20 goblins holding bows and swords already aimed and trained on you. And one of them steps up unarmed. He's sitting there in what looks like a onesie. It's like little footy pajamas that fit him quite nicely, and a top hat. And he walks up and he goes, well, intruders.
No. Oh no, we've been looking to trade.
I hear you yelling up here, selling us offers of trade, but you have nothing. I see no carriage, I see no cart, I see nothing but lies.
We have magic.
Oh, I like magic.
We have a lot of magic.
Oh, I like magic. Okay, everybody, put your weapons down.
and everyone's like, oh, and they put their weapons down immediately and stop aiming them at you.
Well, okay. I mean, if you're here to give us stuff, I'd be more than happy to, hear you out.
Wait, let me see your sword.
My sword?
Wait.
I don't like to give my sword. My sword is my sword.
You can have your people aim your bows at me. If that makes you feel better.
No, you don't tell my people what to do. No one aim their bows. Take my sword.
And he extends his hand. He walks over and hands you the sword.
I will, Okay, what would you like? What is your battle cry?
My battle cry? I don't have a battle cry. I am the mayor.
When you make mayoral decisions, would you like? Do you have like a catchphrase?
Or we kill the children?
Wait, sure.
Oh, great.
Whoa.
So, what are you doing to his sword?
So what I want to do is, whenever he attacks with the weapon,
Mm-hmm.
it says a catchphrase or a battle cry or something like that.
So he takes his sword from you and he goes,
What's it do? What'd you do to sword?
Hey, so what was it? What was the catchphrase again?
It was, you mean my catchphrase of, or we kill the children?
Oh, okay. So I'm going to tap the sword on the ground, and it says,
Or we will kill the children? Oh my goodness! It's magic! Come! You are welcome in home.
and he takes the sword back and walks past you. And all of the other goblins, you see that about 20 yards behind you, about 20 feet behind you, they grab the ground and lift up hatches that you guys had to have walked right beside. And they start going down other tunnels that kind of just sprawl out all around the front of the cave. And they all go back in, and they let the mayor go alone. Follow it. You can just follow him down into the cave system.
God. We would have been fucked.
Those are just the ones that came to see you. That's not even all the people. That's not even the town. That's just...
No, not like the amount of people, just the fact that you cave the entrance in, they all just would have come up from behind and just like...
Yeah, it would have been bad. So you guys start to follow him down, or I'm guessing you follow him, right? He walks past you guys with his back to you, going down. Everyone following?
Aye.
Okay. So he's walking around. He says,
So, what brings you all to our fine establishments?
We heard you have some pretty great stuff to trade.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what we came to do.
Oh, yeah, we have the bestest.
What do you have?
I mean, everything. What do you want?
Do you have gold?
Yeah, of course we have gold. We have all the gold.
All of the gold.
All of it. We hold all gold.
Whoa.
Very nice.
Yes,
Very
I agree.
nice.
Thank you for acknowledging our great accomplishments.
How many goblins are down here?
Why do you want to know?
If I'm gonna make magic swords for everybody.
Oh, everybody magic sword. Oh boy, people will be excited. If I had to guess an exact number, anywhere from more than just me to like 1,000. Yeah,
Ha.
yes.
That'll take a wee bit of time to.
That's fine. We will give you our nicest of buildings to sleep in while you give us weapons.
I will. I'll check around. Just looking.
Okay,
No,
so yeah,
they
go ahead
didn't-
and
they didn't mess
roll a
with me
perception check then.
yet. I got an 11.
Yeah, it's cave.
It's cave.
You haven't quite crested the area yet where it ends up in the town, so you're just looking at cave. It appears to be a natural cave. It doesn't look like it was made or kind of like machined out in any way.
Right.
Just kind of normal caviness. But after a couple of minutes of you guys walking, not even a couple minutes, probably like a minute, you guys round the corner, and for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, you can see there are campfires and torches now on the wall and standing pyres of fire all around to help light this cave. And right away you see that there are merchants' tables and small little homes and people in sleeping bags and goblins running around left and right. Some hobgoblins, a couple bugbears. Just kind of a collection of just kind of all the misfits and underground dwellers all living in this little town together.
As we're like walking down, I'm gonna like make myself very glowy. Like I'm gonna turn that glowiness all the way up.
Oh, he turns, he goes,
Urgh, you hot.
Don't tell her that. It'll go to her head.
Words always go to head. That's where ears are.
Yeah,
Wait,
Carrie.
alright.
People think goblins stupid. Clearly, purple man's stupid.
Yeah.
But purple men have really nice sword tools, so it's okay.
Thank you.
you guys you're walking into the main actual town now, and now that you're a little bit closer, you can see this thing is hundreds of feet wide, and it goes further than you can see. If you had to guess right now about his estimate of how many people live down here, he was under. There's more than 1,000 creatures living under this under this hill. There are probably thousands of all kinds just living under here. It is a ginormous cave system. Not to mention, they're packed in here like sardines. Even if it was smaller, buildings are connected to building. There are people constantly bumping into each other. And other than the occasional bugbear, you guys are almost by far the tallest creatures there. Even Roderick's looking down on little goblins now, because they're about 90% of the population here are just goblins. So you guys follow him for about 10 minutes further into the cave. And occasionally you feel drips from above, because there's clearly small amounts of water dripping through the cave systems, dripping down below, creating little ponds and pools here underground as well. It's actually kind of nice down here. It's a nice temperature. It's a little humid, but overall there are full ponds of ponds of water where people can go collect water in. There are cave fish down here that they can collect from. It's actually not a bad little community. And after about 10 minutes of walking through it, you come to the closest thing to a house you'll ever see down here. It's got 4 walls, and that's it. They're not well connected. They're mostly leaning on each other. And there's absolutely no way any of you are going to fit through this front door, because you're all either A, too tall, or B, too wide. They are small little doors. They basically have to crawl through them like almost tunnel systems. Imagine goblin hamsters. That's essentially what you're watching right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Come on, follow me. Follow into my home.
And he kind of squats down and wiggles his little butt as he walks into the room.
I don't think I'm going to fit.
Yeah. Mr. Mayor, we are
Eris
too
is
big.
gonna try and
But
crawl
you can
through.
come. You can. Oh, okay, come.
You get on your hands and knees, immediately dirtying your dress.
Mm.
I guess let's just give me a dexterity check. How well you can wiggle
A
your way through
check?
this. Yeah, a check, not a save, because you're not like at risk of getting stuck. It's just can you make it through?
20. Not natural.
Yeah, no, you struggle, but you're probably one of the smallest of the group too. So you kind of like wiggle your way through, and you're in his room, and you realize you can almost see over the walls. Like for the tallest character here, being Curie, you can probably get on your tiptoes and just look over, or you can step on any kind of little small box you find, and you can all just stand and look over the walls into his home.
Hi, guy.
It's
Oh,
Am I too?
you
See,
probably
or-
need a couple crates. You can't wiggle through because again, yours is a width problem, not a height problem. Stocky little dwarf ain't gonna fit through.
Nope.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation.
Gone. Perfect. Looks brand new.
Yeah.
Actually, you over clean it, you're naked.
Oh, jeez.
You clean the fibers so well, they're the cleanest they'll ever be. They're transparent. But no, we'll say after a couple minutes, Roderick, you were able to collectively get enough things to step up, so you're now able to just barely see over the wall. And the place itself, the room it's literally one room. It's got some hay and things like that piled up. It's got he has a bow tie hanging from something that is almost identical to the one the horse mayor was wearing. And he has a little chair built out of two rocks that he's shoved together, so he sits on one rock and leans against another.
So, what brings you to my humble abode?
Eris is the only one in there, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
we
you're
all
again, you're all over the wall, so you can all talk to him.
We've been looking to trade.
Oh, yes, trade. What exactly?
Magic weapons for what do you have to offer? Like what do you think would be a good trade?
Goblins have everything to offer. First of all, we're the nicest people you'll ever meet. I could just offer you my friendship and that'd be enough. I'm not offering my friendship, but if I did, it'd be more than enough.
Oh, of course.
So, what if we give you our rock?
Let me see the rock. You have
well,
it?
Well, we don't have it. It's further in the caves.
Is it a special rock?
I don't know. We can't get it. A snake protects it.
You said a snake?
A snake. It goes tss, and we go, ah, and we run away. We do not like the snake.
Let us see this snake.
No. We do not travel that far into the cave. Not anymore.
Why not?
The snake eats us. It swallows us whole.
Can you take me as far as you can?
I have already done that.
He picks his feet up.
Where to from here do we go to find this rock?
If you go further, you will find it.
So, DM, is this cavern...
It tapers off. There's one tunnel.
Okay.
It blooms out and then eventually tapers off back to one tunnel that continues its path down and further into this weird kind of like maze of tunnels down further. But yeah, you're not gonna use no help.
Well, I'll go look at this rock, see if it's a good trade.
Yes, go see it. And then after that, you will give us everything.
Anyone else want to input before you guys walk off?
This snake, how big is it?
It is big. Big snake. Think of snake you have seen. It's bigger.
Compared to me, how big is it?
And he looks you up and down and he goes,
Take clothes off. Better inspection.
No.
Okay,
no.
then I don't know.
Come on, Eris. We gotta know what size snake.
Oh my god. Does the snake talk to you at all?
No, it eats us.
Huh.
We have lost many children to this creature. It comes up and goes, and it eats us.
Oh. What would you do if we killed the snake?
You have stone.
Okay.
Do you want more? That is all you get. You get no friendship. Not with your clothes on.
Yes.
I'm
Let's go kill a
gonna.
snake and we can take the stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and crawl out. I'm gonna crawl out backwards.
Damn you. I like to think Eris was on her knees, about to bend over. She goes, nope, 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 and just turns around and looks at him. And he just scowling. He's like, bitch.
Wait, is Eris wearing a dress or anything revealing?
It's a dress. He's still probably gawking at your titties a little bit, but again, we've already confirmed that you have the smallest tits in all the kingdom, so he's not too impressed. Again, because this is my world and what I say goes, at this point, Eris's box were Asia's boxes were a little bit taller, so her boobs are resting on the side of the wall, and her face is like resting on them, because again, anime. So Sia can use her boobs as pillows. She lays face down, flips them up into her face, and just sleeps on them. She has a comfortable night's sleep no matter where they stay.
Goodness.
Okay. But you crawl back out, no problem. You did it the first time. We don't need to check again. So what's the plan? You guys heading towards the back of the cave? Okay. You know which way you've come from, so it's not too hard to distinguish that you guys are walking that way. Let me do something real quick. I need sweet big tittied Sia to roll a perception check.
17.
Okay. You feel this tugging at your belt, and as you turn, you see a goblin frantically trying to cut your money bag loose to take your coin purse. He's like,
I'm gonna grab it.
He goes, it was loose, and I was trying to reattach it with my knife.
Mm-hmm. I'll just hold it. It's fine.
Can I have money for fixing your coin purse?
You did it. You're trying to cut it, so that's technically
No,
ruining
you
it.
can't prove that.
You just told me.
Nope, I was trying to fix it with my knife, because my knife fixes things.
I'm just gonna walk away.
That could be pretty useful, a knife that fixes things.
Yeah, want to trade for it?
No.
Bitch.
he walks away.
And as that happens, I'm confining my money.
Fair.
Wait, I'm going to hold my money.
Can somebody confide
yeah,
my money?
I'll hold everyone's
Alright.
money. Like, how much money is it? Because I can't hold that.
It
much,
doesn't
but,
matter.
like-
It's not enough that it's going to be a problem. Each one of them
Okay.
weighs under the 10 pounds. So you snap your fingers individually, and you all have your money in your inventory. You don't have to delete it or anything, but it's now safely in the pocket dimension.
You're never getting it back.
That's true. She could just rob you guys now.
That's fine.
But it is
I know what she
gone.
likes.
That's true. You do know that as well. Also, she's right in front of you, so you could just stab her to death.
Wait.
But you guys start to walk that way, and you have goblins all around you. I mean, there's goblins bumping into you constantly. It's just a mess. There are thousands of goblins down here alone.
Wait, hold on. Since I have the spiked arm and they bump into me,
Well, they're bumping into you, but not in like a forceful way. It's just like they're brushing against you. So every once in a while you hear one go, ow, 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 dick. Like, just as you walk down. Just very subtle. Just, ow, 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 my eye! Ah, my eye! My eye! Like, one's didn't have a good time. He's screaming. You turn just for a second, you see blood spewing out of his eye as he screams, clutching it. He'll never see again.
I will take the eye off the spiked armor and throw it away.
Ah! You see him go crawling for it, like patting the ground trying to find it. It's pretty fucked up. But after maybe 20 minutes of walking, because again, you're just walking in a straight line, but there's so many things underneath you, like creatures like rise about to stepping in front of you and scurrying past. It's just an annoying process the entire way. But after about 20-ish minutes, you guys make it to where the cave starts to taper down back into a tunnel.
The goblin population is starting to thin out.
Oh yeah. At this point, as soon as you get to the actual like tunnel, they're about 30 feet behind you at all times. None of them are. There's several of them that have stopped to watch you because they're amazed that they're watching people go into the forbidden area where the snake lies.
Well, guys, one moment.
I
So I was completely bullshit into magic weapons. I can only do 4 more of those. Or 3 more of those. So we need to figure out how to take care of them.
What?
Wait,
You do realize we could probably send a snake in there, or probably drill the snake out. Get all the goblins. They're all assholes, anyways.
I doubt. First of all, I really doubt it's a snake. It's probably something much more scary.
Probably.
I mean, he said it was a snake, so I mean.
I will.
And as he also said, anywhere between 1 goblin and 1,000 goblins down here. Clearly more than that. Eris, you're giving them much more credit than they're due.
I lived with goblins for Uncle DM. How long?
I mean, most of your life. I mean, you didn't live with them, but you lived in close proximity to them. Like they're all underground.
For most of my life, I lived with, or I lived in close proximity to goblins and other creatures that have somewhat intelligence, and they're all assholes.
For the most part, that is accurate.
Well, yeah, but like.
Eris, why do you want to save them?
I'm just saying, like, there's no freaking way that we can take all of these fucking goblins and bugbears and hobgoblins. It's way too many of them.
That's why I'm saying we need to find another solution.
Well, you did realize that we're underwater, right? Like,
So,
you can move rock?
No, I'm saying we like break the ceiling and then.
With what?
Like, I don't know. Let me see what I have. Chaos.
Your little firebolt's not going to do that.
Gay ass bolt.
And let's be fair. I'm a little bit slower than the rest. Run all the water. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, Dave.
Dave's dead. I mean,
what if we figure out where the large body of water is above? We have someone up above and someone down below. The ocean. Oh yeah, we're really close to the ocean.
Yeah, you're under the ocean currently.
All right, I found a body of water. It's right above us.
Eris, I know your plan is to drown them, but we have no means to release the water.
Well, it's an option.
Not if we can't release the water.
That's why I said it's a option.
No, it's not an option because we can't do it.
We just attack the roof.
With what?
I've got spell.
Throw a spell at the roof.
Can you just set them all on fire? Like, I know.
No, there's thousands of them, Sia. We don't have enough magic for that. My only idea is to confiscate their weapons under the guise I'll make them all magical. That way they're disarmed. But even then, I don't know if we're going to take on thousands of goblins, which is us 4.
We could go, make a visit to that witch.
I think she has other things she's working on right now.
Are you guys gonna start walking?
Yeah.
We'll start walking. After about 20 feet. No, fuck off! After about 20 feet. It was long enough, that fucking ordeal. After about 20 feet, I need you all to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
Ooh.
19?
19?
20.
20?
Not 12. Natural.
12?
17.
Thank God one of you failed. So as you're walking in, Sia, you hear this kind of echoing voice that seems to kind of protrude from all around you and then hones in to where you feel like it's only in your head. And you hear this voice saying, Come to me.
you guys hear that?
Eris' stupid
What?
idea of drowning everybody? Yes.
No,
I will
the
literally
whisper.
burn you.
We'll
I'm
just
gonna
aim
start
it.
walking towards the whispers while they're bickering.
That's fine.
I'm gonna follow
Sia.
Sia. I'm gonna follow Sia. Just
Okay.
make sure she just.
I'm gonna get my like spells ready because I don't like this.
Sia?
I hear the voices.
We don't hear any voices.
Yeah, no one's here.
Oh, great.
What's it saying? Like, is it order out?
Saying, "Come to me."
Okay.
Oh, that's definitely a trap.
And with that, we will call it for this episode. So, good job, everybody. Oh my god. Maybe the most annoying bickering back and forth I've ever heard of Flood Pro versus Con. Good job, guys.